glass warm pale, I ain't
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the visitors' sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys, champions of their division, know they'll be hosting at least one playoff game in the near future.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5", that's Josh Allen.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Their first down screen pass, good for 5. The Eagles at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this Buffalo defense, this unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bills' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. On the ground, DJ Giddens. There's a nice move. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nakobe Dean in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground,
left side. He's to the 15. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. That's caught left side, Burden. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down. First and 10.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. There are the numbers for Shipley a week ago. Very, very strong. Well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle is going to find Burden. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills offense and Keon Coleman set to take over once again. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season. Currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First down, Bill.
Play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
It's 2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing is Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A run on 1st down with Shipley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Another Bills 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Buffalo.
To the air, Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing now is Allen. Coleman has it here right side. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DJ Giddens, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He's got this complete to Burden. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Eagles, first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And it is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Shipley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And these Eagles may have been the first to really perfect this play. Let Hurts take the snap, then get some help pushing from behind. This was so successful, some folks, including me, were calling for this play to be outlawed. But while it's still in the books, no one runs it better than Hurts, and he takes this one in.
The Bills getting set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Allen going to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen going to change the look here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
As my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Shakir hauls it in. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Here's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Allen again. They set up the screen for Giddens. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Palmer going in motion right. Now Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Hurts. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now.
Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the New England Patriots. And it's arguably the league's top tandem, Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. 20 yards on the touchdown pass. The Bengals win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Minnesota Vikings. And it's Jared Goff finding the speedster, Jameson Williams. 36 yards for the touchdown. The Lions with a 14-10 lead at the half. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Bears with the lead at the half. With that, we'll show you the playoff picture in the NFC. Still lots to be decided as we speed towards a conclusion next week. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 35, here's second and a yard. Once again, it's Shipley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught left side, Burden. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be caught by Shipley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Shipley.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is White on the screen. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zamir White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Goes on here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Into space at the 45. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Allen running the option to the left. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Allen now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jalen Carter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And he stopped immediately there. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
For an Eagles first down. First and 10.
They'll give it to Shipley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38.
Let's go. Trim it.
Throwing is Hurts. Pass caught by Burden. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw. He's got this complete to Burden. It'll be a gain of 5. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DJ Giddens with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Zone read, here's Shipley. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hey, Silver.
Back to throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. They'll run. Here's Shipley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Another Eagles first down.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills ready to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 27.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Ready? Let's go.
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On the run is Shipley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's Allen. They set up the screen for Giddens. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To throw is Allen. There's that man again. It's complete. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Eagles, they move to a sparkling 15-1 with 1 game still to go in the regular season. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.